All right, folks, it is Friday Night Blitz Media Days, and we got this thing rocking and rolling. And, of course, joining me right now is the head coach of the Nelson County Governors in his first year with Nelson County, Coach Jack Baker. And, Coach, first of all, thank you so much for joining us with Friday Night Blitz Media Days.
I'm excited to be here. Looking forward to it.
Good deal. The drive was safe. It was a good drive. So
yeah, we got here in one piece.
Good stuff right there. Well, this is your first year with Nelson County. Just your thoughts about what you've seen so far, you know, coming here to Nelson County.
And we've had a good crew of kids working this summer. They've had a positive attitude. They've been willing to do whatever we've asked, and it's been a real productive month of June for us. So I hope we've set ourselves up to get started with the season here at the end of July and be ready to do a good job.
What was your big attraction to Nelson County?
It's kind of a blank slate kind of deal. It's been a number of years since there was a level of success. Knew some people there. That was kind of a second attractive deal to it, but yet the opportunity to kind of start new teaching football, that was the big attraction for me.
You know, when you look at rebuilding programs, and you've been a lot of programs throughout our area, what is the big key when it comes to rebuilding a program?
Well, I always think that you've got to have support as a coach. You've got to have support above you from the administration. You've got to have good players in the program, and you've got to have a willingness out of the kids to do something new. So if you kind of get those things, you know, the good leadership that wants to see the program succeed, and kids that are willing to buy in, and a few good athletes, you've got a chance as a football coach.
You know, when you look at last year, the team went 1-9, and it looked like it was a struggle. Shut out 5 times last year, 7 straight losses to end the season. You know, how do you tell the players? You tell them, let's just put that's in the past, we look to the future, or how do you just go in there and just say, okay, hey, this is a new deal, and we're going to do something different, we're going to make things happen?
Yeah, I don't think we even focus. We don't even think about it a whole lot. We're moving forward. What in some ways what they've been through is tough, and you have to overcome some of those disappointments. But we're not focused on that. We're focused on what we have an opportunity to take care of, and that's what comes ahead of us.
You know, when you look at your schedule, you got 6 home games this year. You play 3 of your first, after you start on the road against Randolph Henry, you play 3 straight at home. Just talk about the keys to having success, especially at the home when you have so many home games.
We need to come out and play well. You know, that's when you're trying to build something, you need to play well at home. I mean, that's where opinions start to get made. But yeah, if we can come out and play well early in the season, because that builds momentum as you move on, and then certainly in the midpoint of the season we get into a very competitive Dogwood District. So yeah, if we can continue to build some momentum, continue to develop schematically what we're doing, and push our schemes forward and get ready to play there towards the end of August, hopefully we'll get off on the right foot and have some success and make people feel good about what we're doing, and then get into the Dogwood District and compete. So yeah, that's the plan.
And Coach, you mentioned, as we were talking before we started, you know, your first time competing in the Dogwood District. What are some of the things you noticed about the Dogwood District? Because you got some big timber in that district.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, right off the jump you look and you say, well, Appomattox sits right there, and there's not a better football team in the state. You know, over the last 6 or 8 years than Appomattox. What they've done is tremendous. Dan Rivers had runs in recent times. William Campbell has certainly had their turn at the top. Alta Vista's had their turn at the top. Yeah, there's a lot of good high school football teams, and so hopefully we're figuring out a way to give ourselves a chance to compete with those people and to represent Nelson County and find a way to win some of those football games.
Now, Coach, when you look at Friday nights, I mean, it's a buzz. You know, cheerleaders, coaches, fans, everybody loves Friday night. But for you personally, Coach, what does Friday night mean to you?
The chance to get a group of kids to execute and to play well together. and to represent their community and give that community and those kids something to be proud of. And hopefully that means you win more than you lose. But to go out every Friday night and compete and to put a product on the field that those kids and their families and that community are proud of.
I tell you, and the thing is, you know what it takes to have that success, and obviously coaches have such an impact on their players. If there's one or a few things you would like your players to take from you, not only just with football, but just life in general, what are some of the things you want your players to take from you to help them become better young men in the future?
I hope they see in me that I try to treat people decently. I hope they see in me a person who desires to show up every day and give his best and work hard. And I hope that if we do those things, if we treat one another decently and work hard, that those are some key ingredients into succeeding, and something that I think kids ought to take out of a high school football program. Work hard, treat people decently, and I think those are stepping stones to success. Certainly that's not all of it, but that's a couple of the most important ones.
And at the end of the day, what's it going to take for those Nelson County Governors, under your guidance, Jack Baker's guidance, going to cook something up special? What is going to be the key for you guys to have the season you feel you guys can have?
Kids buying in. If the young men will buy in to what we're doing and into each other, we'll be just fine. They're working hard right now, so if they'll buy in and have a little bit of success, we're going to be okay.
What are your numbers looking like overall?
We've averaged about 24 or 25 at workouts this summer, which I think is a positive step. I hope that we'll look at about 50 in the program, 50 to 55 in the program, and build from there. If we give the community something to be proud of, kids will want to be part of the football program.
As a head coach, how much fun are you having at times? Like, as you know, you're on the edge of the season getting ready to go.
Well, coaching kids is always a lot of fun. I mean, watching kids develop, and then doing consistent things with them that helps them get better. There's a lot of things that we do as coaches that are extras, but the actual coaching of kids and watching them get better and develop as people and as football players is always a lot of fun.
Do you, when you look at coaching, I mean, do you look at it like, hey, look, I am the one, I have to get these guys ready, and obviously you have your assistants doing that. But it's not just, when I've talked to a lot of coaches, they say it's not just about Friday nights. It starts on, some coaches say, hey, we start on Sunday to get there. It's like, a lot of times you see the sausage there, but a lot of times you don't see how the sausage is made. And you guys work tirelessly as a coach. I mean, that's got to be something to just get the teams ready for the week ahead. Well,
Friday nights are where it all should culminate and where it should come together, and you put the product on the field and people see it. But there's an enormous amount of work, and it's not just a head coach. There's an enormous amount of work from a lot of people in a high school to get a successful football product put on the field, from administrators to assistant coaches to support type things. There's a lot that goes into a successful Friday night in a high school football program. And you're right, it does start, it starts tremendously early as you try to develop schemes and get people on the same page, and then get those kids to buy into it, and then get them physically ready to. So it's a big job, and it takes a lot of people to do it well. And it's a much bigger job than just a head coach. I think any head coach would tell you that there's administrators and assistants and all of that play a huge role in this.
Yeah, it's a two-part question, and we'll wrap it all up. First of all, I just want to, how many years you've been coaching?
This will be my 20th season as a head coach, 27th or 28th coaching football.
How do you feel that the game has changed from the time you started, nearly 3 decades ago to where it is today?
Well, we're laughing, the amount of work that goes on in the off season probably does nothing but continue to go up. Maybe that's one change. The kids know, in a lot of ways, the kids are more intelligent. They're more exposed to a lot of things. I don't know that the kids are really different, but their experiences are a little bit different, so that makes them a little bit different. Gosh, I don't know. I think you can look at that question from one of two ways. Are there a lot of changes, or are there, it's still high school football, So I think you can see it from both sides of that coin. Yeah, there are some changes, but at the same time, you're talking about a group of 16, 17, 18-year-olds who this is their moment to play high school football, and hopefully we help them do that well.
And then this is the final question. I'm going to mention a name, and I just want to, when I say this person's name, what comes to your mind? A gentleman by the name of Winford Beal. What does that name and what does he mean to you, and just your thoughts on him?
Consistency and a quality person over 42 years. 42, yeah. I was not knowing exactly what number to say.
This will be his 42nd season.
Yeah, I knew it was north of 40. Yeah. But just consistency and a quality person. And so what good fortune that community and that school and those young men for 40 years who have played football for him, what good fortune they've had to be led by that gentleman. Yeah, so just a consistency and longevity. That's what I would say.
Good deal. Well, Coach, you're going to get your season started on August the 26th at Randolph-Henry. Mm-hmm. We appreciate you taking part in the Friday Night Blitz media days here, and thank you so much. Good luck.
Well, thank you for having me.
Good luck. This is Jack Baker, the head football coach of the Nelson County Governors, as they will start their season on August 26th with a trip to Randolph-Henry. And that does it for this part of the Friday Night Blitz Media Days, coming at you as we preview the season ahead.